Welcome everybody to episode 4 of the Running Water podcast. My name is Milderwater with my co-host, my brand new co-host, Blue Mouse. Blue Mouse, how you doing?
I'm doing all right today. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm very excited. Thank you very much for becoming the first ever co-host of this podcast. Very new renovations are in store now for the podcast.
Yes, sir, they are.
Yeah, I think now instead of doing just like tutorial, or not tutorial, but like tips and tricks and stuff like for content creation, I think it's just going to be more, I guess, easier just to have, I just kind of say what's on our mind, that kind of thing, like make it more fun that way, just kind of bounce off each other's ideas and whatnot. I'll try to keep, doing the same content creation kind of thing, like when we bring in guests and whatnot, but like just so the audience knows, like we're gonna change it up a little bit, but still make it very enjoyable and fun.
Hey, it's episode 4. Like, if you weren't expecting a renovation for this podcast, well, I'm a little surprised. But honestly, yeah. I'm surprised I'm back here so soon.
Well, it's good to have you back, though. I had a lot of fun the first time we had you on as a guest, but now the promotion to co-host.
Promotion. Awesome. Ayo.
And
so sorry if you hated my episode, but now I'm a mainstay.
now you're forced to listen to him forever. Well, until
now you're forced to listen to me until this podcast dies in 5 episodes.
I better hope it doesn't, but knowing my track record, we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, hopefully not.
We'll see. But I mean, the fact that we're getting close to Christmas time is like perfect to have this one become like the official Christmas episode for the podcast. Woo! So that'll be exciting. Now, I just want to ask though, like, in terms of like holidays, including birthdays and whatnot, where do you rank Christmas?
That's a tricky question, honestly. I like Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
There are pros and cons to it. Which we'll probably get into in their own topics.
Yeah.
But like, I would definitely say the fact, like, somewhat commercialism has kind of ruined Christmas for me a bit.
Oh, like all the ads and stuff you see everywhere?
I mean, not really the ads specifically, but
mm-hmm.
just like the same music every year. The fact that like Christmas stuff is like up before Halloween now sometimes.
Oh, that's a little sweaty.
It's just like, I mean, but I still like the holiday itself. It allows me to spend time with family and everything. So I think it's a fun holiday all in all.
Well, that's pretty good. I think I'd say I agree in a good portion of that. Like, I think it is annoying having like all like like the commercialization, like you mentioned, like the stores and whatnot are always like way too early with that kind of stuff. And then I think they like are gonna have like sales and stuff like next week maybe. I mean, at the time of this recording, it's like the 15th of December, so I mean, like, what, next week probably they'll start. 10 days to go. And but overall, in terms of like the holiday itself, I'd say for me it's probably better than my birthday. I think I'd say the birthday is like my second favorite holiday, but then like Christmas would probably be the number one, just because there's more people involved, I think, and there's more fun, and I think it lasts a bit longer, honestly. Like the whole season, I'd say like around this time is when it really starts to pick up for the Christmas. Well, I don't want to sound like I don't want to sound like a boomer, but like the vibes of Christmas, like, I don't want to sound out of touch saying that, but I feel like that fits the name of what I'm talking about kind of better.
Like, it's fun, honestly. I also get to generally go see relatives. That's not probably going to happen this year, but like,
yeah,
like it's a fun time, honestly.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Getting
a couple weeks off.
Do you ever bake any food yourself? Like any desserts? Do you have like a secret dish you like to make or something?
I don't generally make anything myself here. I mean, like, for like specifically baking. Like, generally I like eat other people's baked goods. But I mean they're very delicious though.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about
them. Because I'll get fat.
Oh, well, the best part about baking is eating it, so you're on the best part there,
Yeah, it's true.
Oops.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had my water out and I just set it back down. But I didn't know if it'd make a
mild
noise.
water by any chance?
But yes, it is mild water, the best form of water. Now, it's somewhat controversial, but like, I don't mind hot water with hot chocolate. I think this is kind of how it works a little bit. You have to sacrifice to get a greater good, if you know what I'm saying. So, hot water has to work with hot chocolate, kind of, for drinks and whatnot.
I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking of bringing like some hot cocoa and just like drinking it while like the podcast was going, but then I was like, nah.
That would have been a good idea. I know for me, it'd probably be finished too soon. But
Yeah.
I've improved my hot chocolate making strategy. I used to put too much hot water in there and then some milk, but like, I don't know, for now it's like I'm just maybe like a quarter of it hot water and then the rest milk. And it's pretty good. Well, I mean, with the cocoa powder or whatever I use, but like, I've changed the strategy a bit more. It's very like creamy, I guess would be the word. I'm trying to think of like the best word to describe it, but like it's much more enjoyable now. I remember when I was little, I used to always not hate hot chocolate, but like I'd like it, but it was just always way too hot. Like, it's now more mild than hot, if you know what I'm saying. Not as mild as like mild water, but like it's like, it's a bit hot, but like not like burning your tongue kind of hot, which is like what I prefer.
Yeah, I mean, generally I let it cool off or like blow on it first before I just like go in and just drink it. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's just my own opinion.
Yeah, that style never works for me though. It's like I'll blow on it a little bit and then just nothing really happens. I'm like, my tongue will get back together next week.
Yeah, it'll be back by New Year's.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah. How about like, I know, and have you like gotten all your gifts all set for gift giving?
Oh, not even close.
Yeah, you're coming out of time here.
Yeah, we're a week and a half away from Christmas and I am still not ready. I mean, it's been very difficult this year for getting gifts. I'm not gonna like say anything.
Yeah.
Because or not say too much in case one of my family members watches this podcast, which I
good point.
kind of doubt, but I mean,
There's always
who
a
knows?
chance.
You never know. I
With a
don't
new
want to spoil
co-host.
anything.
With the new
But
co-host might be excited, to watch the next episode. Makes it more exciting than just one guy behind the screen.
But yeah, yeah, I got one thing so far, and that's about it. I need to get like things for a couple more people still.
I see. That's good though. I know
What about
Amazon's been
you?
huge. Amazon. Oh, for me, I know I'm almost there. It's tough with some people. Like my older brother, he works a ton, so he's got like a lot more money than like any of the other brothers in the household. I mean, we like to give each other gifts, obviously, but like for him, if he wants something, he just buys it. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to get you something? Because you always buy everything you want. And so it's like I always have to think of what I want to get him, and so I think I have a good idea now. But again, I'm not gonna say what it is or anything like that because potentially I think I have a worse percentage of him watching than having some of your family watch. But nevertheless though, I think that I've found something he might like that he might not have thought about, because I know the one thing I try to focus on is practicality. Like if they're actually going to use it, like I wouldn't want to give someone like a leg lamp. It's like what's that gonna do? Like I'd rather give them something that they could really use. Like like for me at least, I know I somebody gave me a cushion for my chair because I sit on the chair for a long time, whether it's like playing video games or doing homework or whatnot. It makes it a lot more comfortable with this squishy little mat thing underneath this thing, but it makes it much more enjoyable, and I use it like all the time. But Amazon's been a huge savior for this kind of thing because I don't really have to step out of the house. I can just order on that kind of thing. But I don't have Prime, Yeah, I don't have Prime though, so it's like my mother's got Prime, so it's like I let her buy the things, I just pay her back. But like
Oh, okay.
when it's time for her and her gift, it's like, well, how am I supposed to get through that? So then I have to go, actually get out and try to find something, because like I feel like the more specific things I'm looking for, I can just look up online. But it's like, well, how do I. So I'm like halfway, or a little more than halfway there, but um, it's getting there. It's getting there. Are you good at
Yeah,
wrapping
that's why I
presents?
really look sometimes at different websites if I
Mm,
can, like
yeah.
like that for that sort of thing, especially. But I mean, like, or I could just ask the other parent, in my opinion, like for my case, because like my parents both have both have their own Amazon accounts, but they share the same Prime membership
Mm.
because I think some sort of family sharing thing where it has that.
Oh,
So
cool.
I could always just ask, like, because like I always have access to my dad's Prime, but like if I'm buying something for my dad, I could always just say, "Hey mom, can you buy this thing on Amazon
Oh, that's
and I'll pay
cool.
it back?" She'll be like, "Sure."
That's a good idea. That way you can just, yeah, like you said, like, it's that way they won't know about it, whoever it is that you're getting a gift for. It's like you can just ask the other one to buy it, which makes it a lot easier. I should probably get
Mm.
my dad to do that then. Try to make it a little easier on the end, but
Yeah. I don't know how you do it, but like I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it's like I think it is kind of easy.
Hmm. It's been so long that I probably should get an Amazon account myself, just because like I am on there a lot, and it's probably a lot easier than having to. It probably saves more money too, going instead of going around, um, getting other stuff like other places. I don't know.
That reminds me of the one time I made an Amazon account.
You mean an Amazon account? Oh.
I did. I made it like I think like it's been like a few years at this point. I think it was like probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't think I've ever told this story to anyone before,
Oh,
so
let's hear it.
strap in.
Story time.
So,
Grab the hot cocoa.
so if you have hot cocoa, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's
Or
not
the
that
mild
long of a
water.
story.
Yes.
But anyway, so as some of you may know, I am a bit of a Call of Duty fan,
Hey.
unfortunately.
Ah, yeah.
Uh, yeah, we're gonna avoid all the politics going on with like Activision and whatever. We're not gonna talk about that since this is like years earlier. So basically, like Infinite Warfare was coming out, like the which was the new Call of Duty,
Oh yeah.
and there's a like every year there's like a private beta or whatever for people that pre-order the game. I didn't used to pre-order like the games and stuff, so I was like, okay, let me do this dumb thing and I'll make an Amazon account and I'm going to pre-order Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and then refund it
What?
so I could just play Infinite Warfare like the beta for free.
Sweaty.
Warning, don't do this because this is a very dumb thing.
Uh-oh.
Uh, I have learned my lesson here. So basically what happens is uh, it didn't charge me at all or anything, I'm pretty sure. But like I felt like so nervous afterward because it's like, oh dear, like this is gonna like charge me like $60 if I don't return this, and this strategy is not a good idea. So I think I ended up going through like customer support or whatever, and like asking them to like refund it or whatever. And yeah, I never got the private beta key or anything. But yeah, don't do that.
That's where you get.
Just if you're gonna like get into a private beta or anything like that, just buy the game.
Good message. Good message. Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, I wasn't sure if that would work out or not. Like thinking it over, I'm like, you had an idea there, but I guess it's
I think I
better.
looked it up like on YouTube or something. It was
Oh,
just
I
so
see.
dumb.
Well, you've learned your lesson now. That's most important and whatnot. But
And that's why I have an Amazon account that I never use.
hey. And I don't. I'm
Oh
trying to think of like
man.
if I have any like examples of something I did like that. I never really had like. I wouldn't say I had that kind of like. I never really like thought outside the box, kind of like that kind of thing, where I never really yeah, I always like just kind of stuck to the thing. I'm like, oh, okay, it's like if it's and then another thing, I haven't really gotten, I never really get games like that or like on release day. I don't think I've bought a game on release day since like NBA 2K like 18 or whatever, when I finally got my first paycheck from working.
Mhm.
Which, probably not the best option because it's 2K, but yes.
But it's 2K, man. It's 2K.
I will say though, I have a lot of fun with like the sports games because I actually like sports and whatnot. But like, good word of advice. If you do get sports games and whatnot, just get them like when they're on sale. Like, there's a lot of good sales out there for video games. For example, like, I mean, and about like, I think the 22nd, I think, is like the Steam sale. It's like that's gonna happen, and I'm sure
That's
the
when it is.
games are gonna be on sale. Like, I think when I bought Madden for the first time, I bought it like on a winter sale, and then I waited till like next year to get it on sale again. So it's like I wouldn't buy it for like $60 because it's definitely not worth $60. But um it's definitely it's okay, it's solid, but it's like, you know um it's not the greatest in the world, but it's fun for me because I've played it, you know but as a sports fan and whatnot. But yeah.
As a non-sports fan, I do play some sports games, but not like a whole lot. A lot of them are like insanely old at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think yeah, the last sports game I played was like I think it was like NHL 04 for the original Xbox
Oh wow.
because I got it with my Xbox earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a pretty fun game.
Hmm. You got
Um,
NBA Jam. That was pretty good.
I also have NBA Jam on the SNES.
SNES.
Yeah, me and Andrew here have played it before, and it was really fun. And whenever we do our not IRL stream, but like our retro game stream, like where we do local co-op games or whatever, we'll probably play that for at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I know we've had a good time playing it beforehand, so I think it'd be a blast to play it again, um, whenever that happens. But hopefully
It's just so
sometime
good.
soon. It's a little tough though with like things going on right now. But
Yeah,
um, but yeah,
darn shame.
darn shame indeed. But yeah, I know for video games itself, like I've learned that like there's more than just like Steam out there now. Like I know I always play on the PC and whatnot, and there's more than
Your eyes
just
have been
Steam.
opened.
Yeah, they have been open. It's more than just Steam now. It's like I'm still hesitant to try Humble Bundle, but I heard it's like pretty legit. Like I know you use it and it's legit, but like I don't.
Yeah,
It's just new to me. It's like I don't know if like I'm sure it's fine, but like it's such a big discount compared to Steam. It's like, how is this possible? But like, I think you've said something about how what the developers just give them keys and stuff to use and whatnot to give out.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. That's how those. I believe that's how those bundles work, and like, or at least for the store, it's for the like actual like store, like 10% of all like everything, like when you buy stuff, like 10% of the game or whatever goes to charity.
that's really
and
cool though.
and in the bundles you can kind of choose how much goes to the developer, how much goes to Humble, and how much
Mhm.
goes to charity.
I'll take a look at that soon though, like because I mean, if it has better deals, I might as well give it a shot. If it's it seems legit,
Yeah,
from what I'm experiencing so far. But that's good though. Um, I'm trying to think of like any like
please sponsor us, Humble.
yeah,
Anyway,
like please, yes, please.
I'm just kidding. We're not getting a sponsor for this for a while.
Oh man, maybe sometime in the future.
you know yeah, it would be nice to get like a sponsor like for from like Chuck E. Cheese or something. I seem to
Oh, Chuck E.
advocate them a
Cheese.
lot, but they're
That'd be
not. They're
nice.
probably not going to sponsor us either.
Their pizza's hype though. Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, dude,
Mm.
dude. The games there are hype though.
Oh yeah, they're
Not
pretty
gonna
good, I
lie,
must
not
say.
gonna lie. Atari knows how to make a good entertainment place.
Oh yes. Yeah, they're great at that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah.
They're great.
I feel like whenever we have like a conversation like this, whether it's on like on a stream or like through a podcast episode, we always bring up Chuck E. Cheese sometime in there, and it's
Yep.
like is perfect
Dude,
because
it's
it's good.
ever since like high school, like
Mm-hmm.
that, like ever since I bought or ever since I got Chuck E. Cheese party games, that has just been a mainstay for some reason.
Yeah, it's been quite well, I must say. I mean, it's a lot. You know, I had some fun when I played the party games version of it. You know,
Dude, the single player party game.
yeah.
We love single player party games.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now it makes no sense though. It's a single player party game. Like what?
Hey,
What's the
hey,
point?
hey, hey, hey! You can't speak too harshly on it. We might not get sponsored.
Oh, that's true. But
Yeah,
you know, like, but you know, are they expect you to play with all your friends or a bunch of nobodies? It's like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
one versus a bunch of. But yes, I probably shouldn't say much about it. I mean, I don't want to get I
yeah.
want to lose a sponsorship
Dude,
idea.
all in all, it's a great game. 10 out of 10.
It's 10 out of 10. IGN. Yes,
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would pay $10 again.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd say so. Humble bundle. Yeah.
Would buy Chuck E. Cheese sports games. So,
Oh yeah. I know, like, I haven't been like. I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to a Chuck E. Cheese because of reasons, but like with because
the
like it,
fact that we can't enter without like having a child.
yeah, I think it'd be a little weird. I mean, us Chuck E. Cheese connoisseurs, I feel like it'd be a little weird for us going in. Hey, I'm just gonna play some video
This is
games.
why we go to Dave and Buster's instead.
Yeah, I was gonna
Maybe.
mention like now Dave and Buster's is like the more
It's the big chain.
yeah, the better, like, and not, well, depending on how you see it, the better one, but like the one that's better fit for us. But
More fit for adults.
yeah, I was gonna say the adult Chuck E. Cheese, but people might get ideas, and but you know Dave and Buster's is quite the experience though. But
Dave
like
and Buster's is like a casino, but with arcade games.
yeah, I must say though, like I kind of miss the whole, like, how like when you win stuff you get like the tickets, like the physical tickets and whatnot that you have to really hold on to and put them into like a cup or something.
Yeah, they don't do that there.
Yeah, it's kind of I mean, I think it's more good than bad, but like I kind of do miss having like all those tickets and like walking
Yeah,
around like having like the whole bunch of tickets all stacked up and whatnot. But like it's just so much easier with a card. But
this is true.
yeah. But and then like all the
Like,
quarters in your pockets and stuff like that, like I used to always have a bunch of quarters ready to go for like arcade places and whatnot, but now it's like, swap out your wallet or whatever.
yeah. Speaking of Dave and Buster's, did you know that you could like order from them on Uber Eats?
You can?
Yeah.
Really?
Like I'm not even kidding. I don't know why this is a thing, but like you could like order like Dave and Buster's food and they'll send it to your house.
That's awesome, but
I
also
don't
a
know
little
if this is
weird.
all Dave and Buster's, but like at least the one near us, I could legitimately right now buy food from Dave and Buster's and they'll send it here.
That's interesting. I don't think I've actually really I think I've only eaten there like once or twice, but I thought it was okay, but like
I
I
ate
just
it at a
don't
birthday party.
I don't imagine like I don't know. I mean, Dave and Buster's food I'm sure is great and all, but like I don't think I'd order from them just because like I just don't picture them as like a place to like just order for food. But I mean, I guess it's cool. I
It's,
mean, it makes
it's definitely
sense,
interesting.
but yeah.
I don't like the I think the one or two times I've had their food, it was okay.
Hmm.
It did like I feel like one I think I don't know what it was, but like one of the items kind of smelled a little weird.
Oh,
But
okay.
like
Was it like the
but I
chicken or
mean,
something?
I don't know like honestly what it was. Like I think actually it might have been just the food area in general just kind of smelled a little odd.
I will
I don't
say,
know
whenever I
why.
walk into one of those buildings, it does have a weird smell. Like, it's not, or for me at least, it's not a bad smell, but it's not
Yeah,
like
it's
a
not bad.
good. I don't know. It's a
It's just
weird.
odd.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to put it in an It's like going to like the Crocs store or whatever. I don't know if you've been to one before, but it's like it just smells like
I have
rubber.
never been to a Croc store.
Oh, Well, there was one like outlet, a while ago that I went to. I walk in there, it smells like rubber. The whole place smells like rubber, and I'm like, ow. It's like it's not a bad smell, but it's like it's okay. It's just, I don't know. It's quite interesting, but quite interesting stuff though.
Quite the adventures at the mall, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think too. I know sometimes they have like at least at Dave and Buster's they had like a few like it was weird. They had like App Store games, like like the good ones, like the Angry Birds and like
Oh
Temple Run and
yeah.
kind of stuff like that. I'm like, I never played them just because. Well, I've only played one of them. I'll talk to you about it in a second. But like, I've only played them. I don't. I try not to play them because it's like I already have them on the phone.
You could
But
just download it in your phone.
yeah, I decided to give. I gave Fruit Ninja a try one time, and I'll tell you, it sucked. People seem to be pretty good gliding their finger across the thing, but this screen's huge, and you gotta like really get from one end to the other to cut your melon and your banana. It's like, how am I supposed to do that? It was ridiculous. I had to. The
At
thing
least with
was
that one, it's like
huge.
kind of like a different experience, though. It's not like the same thing as playing it on your phone. Like with some of them, it's literally just, oh, we'll just put like a joystick down or something, and that's how you
Yeah, like
do it.
Crossy Road, I think is kind of like that. You just tap the button. It's kind of the same thing, but like the
Yeah, Temple
screen
Run, you
wasn't
just go
easy
left
to.
and right.
Yeah, but I mean, the screen it was interesting, but the screen was hard to glide around. Like my finger got stuck a few times. Just wasn't like I couldn't really glide
Motions.
around, so I ended up losing a lot of points. But I mean, I think I got like 10 tickets from it or whatever. But I'm like, I ain't coming back to that. It was all right, but not my kind of thing. Like if I like I don't know had like a fancy like slippery glove, but like for one finger, like I don't know if it'd work or like one of those like stylus pen things just like on my finger, just kind of like I'd be able to really glide through the thing, but I don't
Yep.
know.
Fruit Ninja, bring your own stylus.
Yeah, well, I mean maybe they'd have a complimentary stylus for people interested,
Complimentary stylus.
or like their own Dave and Buster's one that had like a really long like
I'm pretty sure with that game you're expected to like use both your hands at the same time. So it's like you would
multiple
need to at least
styluses,
get two, you would need to dual wield those styluses at least.
Well, maybe we can get like a protractor kind of thing. Well, I don't know if that would really work, but like,
Protract.
well, I think it's something that would work. Um, but yeah, like I don't know, maybe like two fancy styluses. Yeah, I guess it'd be the word for
Styli.
styli. Yeah. um, yeah, maybe I don't know. But that's just my thoughts on that kind of thing. But
Yeah, yeah, I've barely touched those games either. I normally just go for what are the games I actually do go for there? Like I traditionally go for quite a few of the racing games, honestly, and
oh, those are
like
fun.
yeah, racing games, classic arcade ones are always fun
Oh,
too.
cool.
Um, I would like Guitar Hero Arcade, but the one there is just not not working properly.
Oh, what's
At
wrong
least
with it?
last I played it.
Hmm.
Like one of the controllers just feels really weird.
Oh, like sticky or something.
I don't remember what exactly it was, but it's just like it was just something was off about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
I think it was like the second player worked correctly, but like the first one had something off with it.
oh wow. Well, usually if player
That's
one
something
has
that
like
could
the
be done.
advantage usually, but for like many like video game related things, but like yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Everybody probably like attracts to the first controller, but yeah, it kind of
yeah.
stinks. I know it's always like I know one time I was with one of my friends who's like very good at Guitar Hero, and it seems like everywhere I go when there's a Guitar Hero stand, there's always like one guy there who's like destroying, like really good at Guitar Hero, like and like has a little crowd next to them. I decided to go around and I was at some sort of boardwalk. I forgot where it was exactly, but like there was like arcade in there and it had one of the Guitar Hero stands, and I see a big, well, not a big crowd, but it's like a small crowd of like teens and like some kids that are watching this guy play guitar, the Guitar Hero. Or I look over, I'm like, oh, that's my friend. It is gonna play. I'm like, oh, there he is. Yeah, that's where. Because I wasn't sure where he was. I'm like, I was just playing some games and whatnot, and I was like, oh, where'd he go? Because it's like, there's other people I knew over there as well, but it's like, I was like, well, where did he go? I look around, I'm like, oh, yeah, of course, he's right by the Guitar Hero thing with the big crowd. Yes, okay, that's, yeah.
Was he just FCing like through the fire and the flames on
Probably, he was
on expert?
yeah, most likely. I looked at the thing. There's like a whole bunch of buttons. I'll tell you, I play Guitar Hero. I'm good with like my four fingers, but like the thumb, it's like, how do you use I got to the point where like I think it's the blue, the blue keys, like the fourth one, I think.
Yeah,
I can do
so.
up to the blue one, but
so
like,
do
yeah, I think it's medium difficulty. Normal, right? Yeah. But like this guy, I'm like, how can you do the fifth one? You have to like really move around your fingers. I don't understand.
It's like playing a real guitar, except in some ways harder and some ways easier.
I don't like it though. It's like, it's fun until you get like beyond there.
It's fun until you don't have fun anymore.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing with difficulty in video games. It's like, I don't mind more, not easier games, because like, easier, it's too boring, and then hard is like too like rage inducing, and then it's like in between, it's like, good in between is pretty fun. That's why I hope that Star Wars, what's that game called?
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, that one. When I play that later on stream, hopefully it's like a good combination of that kind of stuff.
I think I've played half of that game. I think I'm about at the halfway point.
What do you think about it so far?
Because I played, it was like either early this year or last year, and then I just stopped playing it because I forget if it was I got busy or I just dropped the game. I don't remember, but like it's from what I've played, it's like challenging, but it's not like I mean, it is a Souls game technically, so like, but it's like a Souls game for beginners pretty much.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Like it's a good introduction from what I hear. So I would definitely say if you want to get into those games, it is definitely a good place to start.
Okay. I'm nervous. It's gonna be hard, but I'm sure it'll be okay.
It has challenge to it. It has challenge obviously, but like it's not like insane. I wouldn't say it's like insanely difficult, or at least it doesn't get insanely difficult until like, or really difficult until later on in the game.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know how long you'll last through the game, but like I would recommend at least playing it.
Yeah, definitely.
From what I've played so far, it is pretty good.
Okay, and it kind of makes sense of what you mentioned beforehand too, like how like after a while of playing the game, you might have just like I think like you said how like you weren't able to like continue forward, or like you got busy and whatnot, so you ended up just like not going back to it. I don't want to like misword your words, but I think that's, so you were just busy and didn't come back to it yet, right?
Yeah, either that or I think I got stuck like at a boss. Like that's what happened, but like I'm not sure if I just purposefully dropped the game or not. That's kind of where it is. Okay, let's see here. Jedi Fallen Order. Oh yeah, I've dropped it for a year.
Oh wow.
Last played December 28th, 2020.
Dang, almost a whole year.
Yeah, I played 6 hours of the game.
That's pretty significant though. I'm guessing that's around half the time. But
yeah, I'm not sure how long is the playtime of this game.
But nevertheless, though, I do agree with that when you mentioned there. It reminds me of like a lot of things that happened. Like before I started streaming a lot of story-based games on Twitch, I would just play them with my own time, and it's like I think there's a few games in my mind like Borderlands, like the series of Borderlands, and like
We need
Um,
to play Borderlands.
that is a fact though. We gotta start playing that soon. But yeah, that one for sure. And then there was, I think, Ori and the Blind Forest I played, but it was like by myself, and I just didn't have the motivation to keep going after I got stuck. I'm like, I'll just play it later. And I never played it later. Like Shovel Knight seemed the kind of thing. It's like it's fun, but it's like once I stop and I come back, it's like, well, I don't remember where I left off. I got confused. Whatever. It's like kind of forget where I'm at there. But yeah, it's kind
By
of.
the way,
Mhm.
like, yeah, or at least from just like the simple Google search, it's like the main story is like 17 hours
17
long.
hours. Oh wow.
So it's like, so so technically, if we're going by that, I mean, I'm not sure how, because I'm
That's
not
pretty
sure
accurate, I'd say.
exactly where I'm at, like in terms of blank out of like the end.
Mm-hmm.
But that by time it says I'm like a third of the way there,
Oh wow.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's like 11 hours left. So yeah, I would say around a third. I'm not good at
See.
math, but
But I'd say
so if
that's
you want
pretty
to yell at
fair.
me in the comments and say actually, then yeah, cool, thank you.
I hate math. It's one of those, like, I know it's important, but it's one of those like subjects I'm just not good at. Um, but I mean, I guess for school wise, I don't really have to worry about too much of it in the future, which is good. But like, meh, you know, I wish I was good at it.
I do too, and I'm going into a degree that like actually like requires some semblance of math.
Oh man, I guess mine has a little bit, but like not as heavy as yours probably.
Yeah, yeah. And for those who don't know, I am in a programming degree right now, so that's
Mhm.
so that to give you a little bit of perspective.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're better at math than I am though, so it's probably better suited for you than for me, kind of thing.
Uh,
Um,
I mean, a lot of high school, I was in like kind of the um, how do you explain it? It's not like the normal one. I don't know what they call it. Like it's the one below the normal one.
oh, okay, okay,
Like for most of high school, I was in there.
I see.
I was not in the like normal classes. So
Mm-hmm,
so
I
yeah, I'm
see.
not the great in math.
Well, I mean, it also depends on pacing. I think those are a bit like they take a little more time on each subject rather than like rushing through stuff, which I think I'd prefer better because like
Yeah.
I think a lot of school kind of thing, like a lot of school is like fast paced, like with units and stuff. It's like after a week or so, they just move on to something different. It's like, well, I'm not like fully, ingrained with the with like the subject and whatnot. I don't know, like with like a lot of like with English or like history, whatever, like, it doesn't like pile on as much as like math. I think like math, like they just kind of add on to um like the work itself. So like by the end of the semester, you probably have to like know like every single chapter because it really adds in with each thing, as compared to like English. It's like maybe it's like something like something like a I'm trying to think of the word exactly, but like basically like certain topics that uh, you might need to learn, but like might not be crucial for like the overall like exam, I guess. I'm trying to think of how to word it, but like with like math, I feel like everything kind of adds on to each other, whereas these are a little more separate but still important to learn. You might get a question or two about that on like a paper, like an exam kind of thing, maybe. But you know, moving on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it also kind of depends on like what type of math it is too. It's like because it's like not all math is like equal in like difficulty or anything either. Because like some of the math I've like done like as like prerequisites and stuff wasn't too bad honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But like yeah, like algebra and stuff is like just and like is just really annoying in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either. I know some people I know are like, "Oh, it's easy." I'm like, "Well, it's not easy to me." It's like it's a lot more
Well, it's
annoying.
easy to you.
Yeah, it's like a matter of opinion. Yeah, because I'm like, I
Well,
know
to you.
I've it's been in a lot of math, like a little bit of algebra has been sprinkled into a lot of like the classes I've been in. So I'm not. I'm like at this point. I'm like, I know where I'm at with that kind of thing, and I'm not like, I think I'm okay, but like certainly need to improve. I want to make this like of importance in the future, but luckily I don't have to worry about it as much moving forward. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. I know it's like kind of switching subjects a little bit, but I'm so excited for Christmas. I know I mention all the
Hey,
time.
40 minutes in and we're back to Christmas.
Hey, I
Let's
don't know.
go.
I haven't seen any snow though. It stinks. I haven't well, yeah, every once in a while, but it like dries up by the end of the day or like by the next day, and it stinks because it's like I
Yeah.
know like obviously I don't want snow for too long, but like there's a bit more snow. It would be nice. I don't know.
It was raining out earlier.
I don't like that rain. Rain's lame. It's like the opposite of fun. It's like it's it makes the
My
ground
brother would
wet. So,
disagree.
well, okay. Well, I mean, especially in the summer though. I mean, like I want to go outside, play some basketball, whatever outside. But no, rain just decides to ruin my day. It's like, hey, you can't go outside for today. It's raining. Oh, okay. But you
At
don't.
least when it's raining, I don't have to get dragged outside.
I guess that's true. It'd be a little more free. You don't have to go outside. But I don't know. But
Once again, not a sports person.
well, yeah, well,
I'm just informing the people.
yeah, no, that's good.
I'm a gamer.
Gamer.
I hate things that are exercise.
Exercise. I thought you said extra fries.
Exercise. Nah, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, luckily since it's like cold now, I'm gonna be inside like all day, all the time. So now I need to find like movies to watch, and I'm thinking of Christmas movies to watch, but like I don't know which ones to like go into.
Ooh.
I know you don't like the Polar Express, but that's one I gotta put on my wish list of like things to watch. And same as the Elf.
I just have bad I have just bad juju associated with that, so
I mean, there's some scenes where there's this kind of interesting, but I think like almost the entire cast is played by Tom Hanks. I think I think
that's impressive.
yeah, he plays like the conductor guy. He plays the narrator. I thought I heard somewhere he plays the kid, the main character. I could be wrong with that. And he also plays that creepy old, like not old but like somewhat old, like ghost dude. And then he plays like a whole bunch of characters. It's just yeah, I'm like, okay, they really worked the budget on this one.
Just really bouncing off himself at this point, isn't
Yeah, but and then another one I know you don't like is Elf, because you don't like the main character actor.
he? Do we really want to do I really want to go into an elf rant right now?
I'd be my guest, and this is the only time I'm gonna be able to do it for Christmas
Oh, no.
purposes.
All right. Until next year.
Until next year, and then you can work up a new rant.
All right, here we go.
Grab the hot chocolate.
Hot take time here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
Elf is not a good movie.
Oh, whoa, oh. Keep going.
And let me explain why. It's just not funny.
Okay. Hey, you down to your own
And I
opinions,
don't find Will Ferrell to be that funny. I'm sorry, but it's just I don't find him to be that great of an actor.
Ah.
There's gonna be a lot of people that disagree with me about this, especially my own family. I mean, my own extended family that it disagrees about this. It's just the more I've watched it, the like I actually maybe not the more I've watched it, but like it's on the problem with it is like I see it a lot more than I should, because it's like whenever we go to like a Christmas party or whatever,
Oh no.
it's always on. So it's like and by every Christmas party, I mean like there's like literally one Christmas party that I normally go to, but like it somehow always sneaks its way into the like Hallmark movie lineup
Oh
of
boy.
Christmas stuff. and it's just not funny.
I mean, that's a fair opinion, but I have to disagree, of course. But I feel like I'm in the majority there, so it's not as interesting because I mean, like I might not watch as many Will Ferrell movies, but like that one specifically, I thought was really like. I know we have a different brand of humor, by the
Yeah,
way,
I mean,
so like
I
obviously,
said to like I like said like because we were at like like I was with my family at the store earlier and I saw like a double pack of Monsters versus Aliens and Megamind. I was like, okay, I can at least like even though I don't like Will Ferrell that much, I can at least agree to an extent like that like Megamind was an alright movie.
he was a pretty good Megamind, I must say. I mean,
Like I haven't watched it in a very long time, but I can at least say that Megamind was an alright movie.
yeah, which is kind of underrated though. No one really talked about it back then. Like when it came out and stuff, they were talking about like
Yeah,
other things like Monster versus Aliens or whatever.
I do kind of want to see it again just
Ooh,
to make sure, but like
if you haven't, we
like
put it on the
from
list
what I
for.
remember, I
Mhm.
think it was alright.
Yeah, I want to watch it again. I think I actually have it somewhere in my room. I might have to, for a potential movie night or something like that. It'd be kind of fun to watch Megamind.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I know. Isn't there a holiday movie? I think you mentioned it before. It was what's it? I forget what it's called, but I haven't watched it before. And it's like really like tradition, like one that you watch like every year, like one specifically you watch every year. And I forget what it's called
Die
though.
Hard.
Yeah, yeah, that one. I try to think
Die
of the
Hard.
name.
Are we going to go into another debate on whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
Well, I thought it was, at least from what I thought
I
you.
mean, it
Well,
takes place on like around Christmas, so I mean, I guess
oh, I see. Good.
If
Yeah,
you've seen Die Hard, please leave your comments below on whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
yeah. I'd like to hear
That
what you
way,
guys
we
have to
also
say.
know you've made it 45 minutes into the episode.
Yes, and thank you by the way if you're doing that.
Thank you.
Specifically, I think CGF. If you are listening, CGF, thank you by the way. Personal thank you because I know you watch this. Thank you very much.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go too much into Die Hard, but yeah, we definitely should watch it. Obviously,
That'd be
probably
fun.
not as like a movie night because that's like an R movie, but like
Oh yes,
we'll probably just watch it on our own at some point. Like
that'd be
that would
kind of
be
fun.
that'd be
Yeah,
fun. Like it's a good movie.
yeah. Oh, that's good. Let me think of one that's not controversial. The word I'm looking for, but like the one that we have differing opinions on. Let me think of because I'm trying to think of like the
Little Drummer
classic
Boy.
movies. I haven't watched it in a while. I
I
think I've
have never
watched.
watched it.
Never watched it. Is that the stop motion
I,
animation kind of one?
yeah, with the stop motion
Okay.
one, with the
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know what you mean.
yeah, I've never watched it, but I've seen previews like on like old on like the VHS tapes from like a collection of like those movies, like from like Rudolph and like Frosty the Snowman stuff.
Oh,
It
okay.
just seems like really weird and like kind of creepy in a way.
Well, I mean,
So,
rewatching some of the movies like that
yeah.
are a bit interesting. I know we were watching A Year Without a Santa Claus the other day. I don't know if you've watched that one before. It's one of those like
Uh,
stop motion animation ones. Um,
oh
but
wait,
it,
is that the one with like Heat Miser and everything or
yeah, that
whatever?
one. Yeah, those guys and
Yeah.
whatnot. But it's just kind of funny. Just like watching it over again, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Like, there's a few things that were like in there. I'm like, oh, interesting. Like some of the song like lyrics, like I was like, oh, a little interesting. Like, I mean, it's generally like still very good and whatnot, but there's a few things where I'm like, oh, maybe they wouldn't really work in 2021, but but that's just I don't know.
It came out in the 70s, so it's
Yeah,
gonna age
it's fair. And then there was, I think,
capacity.
there was another one with the the
Never watched
Burgermeister Meisterburger
Burger.
one.
Yeah, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, there was a lyrics in there. I was like, oh, interesting. Like I kind of laughed. 'Cause I'm like, obviously, today it's a bit different, but like I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, a few things here where I'm like, okay. But I mean, ultimately, it's
Uh,
still very good movies and stuff. It's just kind of funny how things have changed and whatnot with that kind of stuff. It's how different it feels now than when I was watching when I was little.
I think I still have the VHS of Santa Claus is Coming to Town as well.
Oh, you still have the
Like
VHSs? Wow.
because I also told you earlier, like in like or like as a movie night idea, like I have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as a VHS. I think I have Frosty the Snowman
Mhm.
also in the garage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I believe Santa Claus is Coming to Town is also down there.
That's really
So
cool though that you still have the VHSs of those kind of those movies.
yeah,
I don't.
thanks to someone who gave me a VHS player, I
Oh
can watch
yes.
them now.
I'm glad it works and stuff, and you got a little special disc in there too. I think because it's
I'm
like,
glad the VHS side at least works.
oh yeah,
Yeah, the
I
DVD side just doesn't work for some reason.
oh it doesn't work. Oh
Yeah, I
no.
don't know why, but like it just like I mean, the thing is like okay, just to like as a brief
Yeah.
like tangent just to explain what's going on.
Yes. A
Uh
footnote, if you will.
basically Andrew had like a garage sale like I believe it was like a few months ago now, like it was
Yeah, I
like
think it was
end
like
of
late
summer.
August or something. Yeah.
And I noticed he had a VHS player, so I was like, "Hey, could I like expressed interest in it, and then I was like, I don't know if my parents would allow me to take it or whatever. And
Mhm.
then I came home, and then they were like, yeah, you could have taken that. And I was like, oh okay.
Yeah.
So I think like sometime I think I asked like later on the day like, hey, if no one buys the VHS player, can I have it? And he's like, sure. Like, and I came
Yeah.
over and picked it up like a couple weeks later,
But
and
there's, I'm not gonna use it. It's like might as well give it to you because like I'm not gonna be. I don't have any VHSs left anymore. Like we don't have those anymore, so it's like might as well.
yeah,
And with the DVD issue, you can get a full money back guarantee if that.
the money I did not spend.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was yeah, so anyway, apparently for some reason they left a DVD in there
Yeah.
of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Season
I think it was
two
like
of
I think it was like
1980s.
yeah, it was like season like complete season 2. And the disc works. Like I tried in like the other players and stuff. The discs work. The disc works. The DVD player, for whatever reason, just won't load discs.
That's really
I've
weird.
tried that disc. I've tried like a couple others. It just does not load them for some reason.
That's really weird though. I don't know how that's like. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why that's the case though. Like, I mean, like, at the end of the day, as long as the VHS part still
I mean,
works,
yeah, I was looking for the VHS side anyway, so it's
yeah,
like I don't really care. I have
you just can
other
cut it
stuff
in
to
half. It'll be
play.
fine.
Good. I actually visualized that in my head, like doing that like a
Mhm.
long time ago when I got it, but I was like, yeah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, probably not. But
That wouldn't
um,
work, you know.
hmm
But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I also recently I went to a thrift store like a month or two ago
oh,
and
nice.
also picked up ET. So
Ooh,
I have that to watch at some point as well
that's cool.
on there.
I want to go back to like, I used to do this in the summer where I'd go to like like little garage sales and stuff like that. Like, and just trying to find like stuff I'd like old video games or like other
It is so
entertainment or like
fun.
sport. Yeah, I want to do that again sometime soon. Um, it was so much fun beforehand, and then I got busy with school, but now it's like too cold. I think. I mean, maybe there's like indoor ones. Maybe I don't know, but
Nah, it's generally like a like spring, summer,
yeah,
and early fall thing. They
I
don't
see.
generally do a lot of. I mean, unless you're going to thrift shops, but
Yeah.
yeah, garage sales are generally regular or like generally around that time because you can get out of your car and stuff.
Yeah, at least over here, at least probably. I'm sure like warmer areas probably, you know. But
Yeah, I imagine with that, but
yeah,
yeah, winter is not very often because
yeah,
especially if you have like furniture or something you're moving
yeah.
and like it's gets to be a hassle.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Yeah, it's too bad the thrift stores around here are not that good, unfortunately.
I
Like
know that kind of stinks. I know you mentioned
I
there's
don't
like other
find a lot of
places that
stuff.
have a lot of good things, but yeah, that's too bad. So I'm like, maybe I'll look online. Maybe like eBay's got some good deals on stuff, but I doubt it because it's like people who are selling probably know what they don't know what the market's
Know what
like.
they have.
Yeah, yeah. Like I recently got to watch like YouTubers recently that are like they like to make profit on like old video games and stuff. Like they go to these kind of places and they um they find some good deals on stuff, and it's like I thought it was like pretty cool, like the fact that they can find old video games and they can either make a profit on it or they can just put it in their collection for having to play later. Like that's kind of cool. I've always wanted to like you know shop around for some good deals and stuff, but it's like it's kind of cool that they do this kind of thing as like a living. But I don't know if I'd want to do it as a living, but like as a fun little hobby to go around and
Yeah.
get stuff like that would be kind of cool. But I don't know the ins and outs and like the prices and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's too sweaty. If I'm looking for something specific, like I need to beef up my GameCube collection, my PS2 collection, so like they're probably pretty expensive stuff, but like
One of
maybe it'll
those
be a
is
good deal.
harder than the other, I'll
Yeah,
tell
I
you.
had a feeling maybe the GameCube would be a little tough, but
Yeah, I mean, PS2, well, at least last I knew, like, is pretty easy because like PS2 is like one of the best selling consoles.
mm,
So
yeah,
like the games for that thing are pretty common.
you're bound to find something like that. Yeah,
So yeah, like I would, yeah, like there are a lot of good games on PS2, and
yeah.
unfortunately I don't have a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. I think
Like
I don't have any big name ones. I mean, I got my PS2 from like one of my dad's friends. His like son wasn't into video games anymore, so he gave us his PS2. I'm like, oh, let's go. So I came with like Guitar Hero stuff, and I was like, okay. So that's when I got
nice.
to building my top tier medium difficulty skills in Guitar Hero. Um,
I can FC stuff on easy, so I mean,
yeah, yeah, hey, that's pretty good.
I'm not that good at Guitar Hero either,
Well, yeah. It's yeah. I
or
don't know.
Clone Hero at this point.
Oh, Clone Hero. I could hate Clone Hero. That'd be kind of fun. Um, I know what was it? I didn't realize that you can play on a PS2 controller for Guitar Hero. I had no idea you could do that.
You
I
could
don't
just
know.
play on the controller.
Yeah, that's what my brother used to do because he's like my younger brother. He's like a lot. He's pretty good at video games, obviously, but like he's more like I don't
That
know.
sounds like something he would do. I don't know
Yeah,
why,
yeah.
but
He's
it
just
just
very
does.
he's like kind of sweaty with that kind of stuff. He's like he realized he's not doing well with the guitar, so he's like, let me try the controller out. He's like, oh dang, it works with the controller. I'm like, no way. So he's able to hit all the buttons with his stupid controller, and here I am with the real deal thing. It's like okay, it was like end up to like out of like 4 games we had like a tie 2-2 split. I'm like I have the controller that's meant for the game, and he's going off for the
He's
stupid.
cheating.
It's
Mom, he's
cheating.
cheating.
Yeah, well, GG's all
He couldn't
around, I
afford
guess.
another plastic guitar.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing. It seems kind of expensive. I looked online. I'm like, I'm looking for like to up my guitar game, because like the one I had was kind of like it's fine, but it's like certainly like aged. So I'm like, maybe there's a better one online. Well, they're all expensive. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta be like, you gotta really have your eye out for a while for those. Like,
Hmm.
um, yeah, from my experience of like maybe like trying to find that stuff, like sometimes thrift stores have them, but like you have to really keep your eyes open for it. Like you have
Yeah,
to kind of go every so often and then be like, oh, there might be one there.
I see.
Um, what else? But yeah, like a lot of the online ones are just, yeah, you gotta just really keep your eyes open
I
and
see.
hope you get something good
Yeah,
because yeah, those controllers are very hard to find at this point, unfortunately.
which is so
Especially if you're
weird.
trying to like use it on PC or whatever.
Yeah, it's just so weird to me 'cause it's like there's so like, I felt like there were so many people that used to have them. It's like where they put them. It's like I thought they'd easy sell somewhere else, but I guess not. But
Yeah, you also have to like look for like these like specific controllers sometimes too, because there's some that are better than others.
oh yeah,
Because at least because PS3 like I think but specifically like it's just you. I don't think you can play it on PC. Or if you can, like it's a lot of latency because it's Bluetooth.
I see.
Um, plus like I actually have like a PS3 Guitar Hero controller, but like it's useless without the dongle, and I don't have it. It's like $50.
Oh man,
Oh, it's like,
that
yeah,
stinks. Yeah.
yes. So yeah, it's very very sad that I just have that and I
Oof.
can't use it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But in terms of like games itself, though, like what kind of games are you playing right now? I know last time we
Oh
asked this
yeah.
was like I'm guessing a month and a half ago, maybe. So anything new?
So what I've been playing kind of recently has been I mean, if you've been on my last couple streams, I've been streaming again as of recent. I
That is
played
good.
Minecraft on Monday or Monday night.
Nice.
That was something, I'll say that. And I've been playing Toontown rewritten more often personally,
That's
because
nice.
the field office update wait of like 5 years in the making finally came out. um,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's been a decent time. It's a good update, I would say. I mean, there's problems with it, in my personal opinion, that I probably won't get into here because I don't know if anyone really cares about that game, but
I
you
think it'd be
know,
interesting. You got me into it before, and I had a good time with it. I got some good fish that I caught. I really need to go back into it. I think I still have it installed somewhere. So,
yeah, it's like under a gig. I'm pretty sure it's still at this point.
yeah. So there's not really point on installing it anyways. But yeah, it's from what I've played, it seems like a lot of fun, and it's cool that they still have updates though. That's nice. Like TF2 hasn't really had an update in a long time, besides quick little bug fixes. But that's one of the games I think of when I think of like older games that have a pretty good passionate fan base, and but enough of that. That's really cool though. Any games you plan to play soon?
um, I'm thinking of playing Arkham City, like just on my own, like because like I think I've mentioned this to you just like privately before, but like I played Arkham Asylum a few months ago, and I actually did mention on the last podcast episode, but I stopped for a bit because of like school and stuff. But I do want
Mm,
to kind of get back into those games,
I see.
but like because they're really good,
Yeah.
and I would definitely recommend the first one to anyone who hasn't played it. Um, I mean, you could buy it either on PC or you can buy it on an old console. I don't really know like if there's like much of a difference there, but
Hmm.
yeah, like they're really good games. Honestly, I would definitely recommend them.
That sounds
I
great.
and those were actually my two gifts for Andrew this Christmas. So
That's
that
right.
was pretty cool.
Thank you very much, by the way. I am looking forward to giving them a shot soon. Definitely the first one first, like you mentioned. I mean, like then maybe
Yeah,
moving on afterwards. But and that came from
makes you
Humble
feel
Bundle, I
like
think
Batman.
too. Yeah, no, that's exciting. I haven't played a Batman game before, unless you think of like Lego Batman. But I mean, um,
I don't think I've even played Lego Batman, but
whoa,
I mean, I do own them now,
yeah,
so I could play them at some point.
they're pretty fun, I'd say. I mean, I think my favorite one of the Lego series is gotta be the Star Wars one. But I mean,
Yeah.
um,
I
I
would
mean,
say I'm in between Lego Star Wars and Lego Indiana Jones,
oh, I
honestly.
was thinking about that one too.
Indiana Jones is just like such a fun ride, honestly.
It was very
Even
nice.
though I have not like beaten it by any means or anything, but it's just like it's a good game.
I had a good time with that one as well. The only thing was that like we got to a point where we bought everything in the game. Like we ran out of things to buy, so we noticed the money going up and up and up and up and up, and it almost passed the screen because of the amount of times we've played, and we finished without. It was just weird. We didn't have anything to spend until we finished buying everything. That's like the biggest thing I remember in that game. But it was so much fun. I'd say it's probably my second favorite. Right after Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Um,
Mhm.
and then I think there was a Marvel one I played, and then the Batman one, and I kind of think I stopped after that. But I want to get these
Oh
new
yeah,
ones
I
coming
do
out.
have
But
I still have a Lego game that I haven't, or like besides Batman, I also have like one on the Wii U that I haven't played yet. Which I do need to play at some
okay,
point. but I mean, I don't know if that's gonna be anytime in the near future, but like it is like I really should play it, especially since it was a gift.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah,
Mhm.
I'll probably have to play that at some point as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, as far as it goes for like stream games, I'm honestly not sure.
That's fair. I mean, I think it just whatever you feel like, honestly, as long as it's as long as you have fun with it, it's the most important thing. Um,
That's the problem, having like finding a
yeah,
fun game to like stream just as just like that's just entertaining to me, and like it's one of those things where it's like if someone is like in chat or something, or if nobody's in chat, like that is the challenge of like you gotta find a game that you'll just enjoy no matter what the
that's a good.
scenario is.
Yeah, I know. I think I said it to you before as well, but like, just like for me at least, I'm so glad getting into the story based games. It feels like I'm more engaged with the story compared to other games where it's like I'll have fun playing them, but I really need to have chat there in order to make it interesting because streaming takes a lot of hours. I try to get at least 3 to 4 hours in a stream, which is kind of hard to do for me at least, but
Dang.
it's that's why I want to have a game that's interesting to play. With Detroit Become Human, that was great because it was a story based game. I was really interested in the story and whatnot. Um, but with like a game like Rocket League, I can only play it for so long, and then it's like, well, I kind of want to try something different, but it's like I don't really, there's so many things going in my head. Like, I don't know if I want to change it right now, but whatever it is. And I try to do like one game a stream, and it's like certain games where it's like after a while I'm like, I play this all the time. It's like yeah, it's not enough I can really get out of it. When chat's there, it makes it so much more fun. Because we talk about Rocket League or
Yeah.
whatever, but it's like recently it's like like I'd much rather take my chances with a story based game because it's not only fun with a chat, but if chat is not available at this time, then it's like it's still a good game to play as I go along. There's a lot to talk about with that kind of thing. um
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's
that's kind of how I got burnt out on like streaming like a couple years ago. That's like the reason why is because I would pretty much only stream Toontown and
mm-hmm.
like make Toontown videos. Like, by the way, the Toontown videos are taken down now, so don't look for them.
Ah.
But yeah, like that's how I like. That's why I like have been very inconsistent with streaming for like the past like 2 or 3 years, is because like I basic because I went so like into one game, like
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately for me, it killed my passion for streaming a bit.
Yeah, and I bet
which
because
is which is sad to say, but like it's just like that's just what happens if like if you're just playing something you're not passionate about, like it's just not going to be a fun time, unfortunately.
mm-hmm.
I also made the mistake of like changing my name on Twitch, which is
Oh,
also why like my like I mean, I don't really want to go too much into viewership here because
that's important to
I
talk
I
about
I
though.
have I'm thankfully trying to get away from that, like being concerned about that, like it's one of like I'm trying to like recover,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like since I like changed my name and like my profile picture, like my channel just took a nosedive pretty much, and like since since nobody knows the name anymore and like the profile picture, it's just like it's basically starting back off from square one, which
Mm-hmm.
could really kill enthusiasm in a way.
But the good thing though with you at least is that you have the prior experience, unlike someone who's starting up now. Like at least you know what to expect and what like you're more experienced in the field of streaming. So I think that that
Mm,
I think it's more of an asset than someone
I
starting
I
out.
kind of agree because I
Mm-hmm.
mean like yeah, like I do kind of agree that yes, I do kind of have experience because like from that first time of doing it, because it's like I've like I would say especially with like the videos, like more so than like the actual streaming, I kind of know how to like talk like
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
like because I kind of at least to kind of start off like tune like for like doing like the Toontown Let's Plays and stuff, like for me, that was kind of how I like started to like open up and everything and kind of learn how to just talk because
Mm-hmm.
I was a very quiet person before that. And
Mm-hmm.
even though I didn't do it well, I was like able to like just talk better and just like talk to a can or not camera, talk to a microphone. That's how I'm like, I mean, I'm still not perfect at it, obviously. Like I've probably made a bunch of mistakes in this podcast in this like the past like this episode and last episode.
Oh, you're
Like you can
fine.
still hear me like tripping up and everything. But like I'm at least a lot better than where I was at like 4 or 5 years ago when I started
Yeah.
like kind of doing like content creation in a
Mm-hmm.
way.
That's important. Like building a voice, getting comfortable with everything. I felt I was pretty nervous too. Like I remember my first ever viewer, and I was so nervous. I'm like, I hope they don't leave me. It's like, but now it's like, I being more used to this kind of thing. I feel like it's a lot better. Feeling more comfortable and whatnot. And I'll agree with you though. I feel like I still have like for me at least, I know I've tripped up a few times in terms of what I was trying to what I'm trying to say sometimes in the podcast episodes and whatnot. But like at this point though, I've gained I don't know if confidence is the word, but like I'm aware that I'm not perfect, and I'm aware that the mistakes I make are just natural, and that like nothing's gonna be perfect, but it's I can be um, closer to it, I guess, with more experience and more continuing on or not. The worst things for me, I think, is when I like completely flop saying a certain word. Like, sometimes like chat will catch me sometimes if I say something I just completely um, like get my I don't know what the word is, like my tongue in a knot. I don't know what the word is, but like something like that, where it's like I'll just
Brain
completely,
fart.
yeah, I'll just like flop, or maybe not like, I feel like more brain farts, like kind of forgetting what I was trying to say, kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
like,
true.
but I know what you mean though. It's like it definitely like derails what I was, like the sentence or whatever I was trying to what I was trying to say to chat by flopping on a certain word I was gonna say and whatnot. But again, no, it's just like the getting used to everything. I know that I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to be perfect, but getting better and better, getting close to it and closer and closer to it is what I'm just trying to do, trying to be.
Yeah. So basically, the moral of this story specifically is we're sorry to any of the guests for like any of our
Yeah.
probably first few guests. We're still getting used to
Yeah.
like probably talking and stuff,
Mm.
and probably and also talking to other people. So don't mind us if we're
Yeah.
like if we're a little bit awkward
Yeah, that's the
in
thing.
some ways
I'm very excited.
because we're still working on this honestly.
Mm.
And I imagine like probably a lot of the content creators that or whoever people come on here too are going to probably not really know how to interact or whatever. It's going to be a little bit of a like just not a game in itself, but just we're all going to be figuring things out. So
Yeah.
so just so yeah, we apologize if we're a bit awkward, but I mean that's just going to be how it is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're gonna it'll be fun nonetheless. But yeah, I think that
Yeah,
like at least I've had some experience with you guys. At least I know with you and movable cash.
yeah,
It's like I'm getting used to like asking questions and whatnot kind of thing. But yeah, I totally get that. Like I'm more familiar with you guys versus like someone that that I don't know as personally
yeah,
in real life.
yeah.
So like I
We've
feel
been
like
friends for years, and
yeah,
like
so I'm pretty comfortable talking with you on like in an interview format like that. But yeah, with like upcoming and whatnot, like right, we apologize in advance if there's anything. I'm sure we'll be fine, obviously, but like
yeah,
yeah, there's always gonna be with every like podcast, I'm sure there's gonna be some growing pains in the beginning, but I'm looking forward to the progression of the podcast as we move into our future
yeah.
guest episodes.
Yeah, I'm excited to like honestly, because one of the major reasons besides, I mean, like I would say the first major reason like I decided I like wanted to join this podcast was like I wanted to talk to Andrew on more of like a
Hmm.
more of a regular basis because we don't really get to talk that often sometimes because we're both terrible at initiating like
Yeah.
conversations and stuff.
Yeah, I'm been very busy, so I totally agree too. It's always fun
Yeah.
talking to you, and it's like just trying to find the time is the hardest thing in the world. So like, and of course initiating the conversation is tough too.
Yeah.
But having this is like a very good way to initiate that. Makes a lot
Yeah.
better for us.
Yeah, and the second reason is because like I'm not like I don't really have like personally I don't want to play a pity card or anything here, but like I don't really have like a lot of friends right now. Like Andrew is like kind of one of my few friends, so meeting some new people is like would be very nice to just have some like conversations with some new people.
Yeah, and everybody
Like
that
that'd be awesome.
yeah, everybody I'm thinking about so far is like very friendly, I'd say, and like very 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 good people, I'd say. So it should be a lot of fun, and hopefully we all make some friends along the way like that.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's see, maybe like I'm trying to think of like one more, like one final like topic to talk about before we wrap things up for today. It's gonna be a smaller episode than usual just because of time constraints and whatnot. But
Yeah.
as a good debut, I think we're off to a pretty good start, I'd say. Oh,
Yeah.
I know. All right, this is probably. I mean, it's not like the most current news in the world, but I know it's something that I thought it was very funny when I heard the news. If you guys know of Nickelodeon All Stars, it's a kind of like Smash Bros, but like for Nickelodeon. And I know we're getting at this, by the way. I know it's coming, but um, yeah. When I found out that Garfield was going to be the new character in there, I thought directly, I'm like, oh, I wonder what Nick thinks about this. So
Yep.
yeah, what do you think of the
So
introduction
so
there?
yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the first DLC character is not even a Nickelodeon character.
Jimmy Neutron,
Yeah, well, yeah, Jimmy Neutron is also not in there, but
which I think he should be. I mean, like that
yeah,
makes
honestly,
sense.
You put Jimmy Neutron in. I mean, like I get like the whole meme is like Hugh Neutron should be in the game. I get it. Like, and that would be funny as well. Like how just be able to beat up people's donut boy. But yeah, Jimmy Neutron I feel like needs to be in the game as well because like that just would be fun.
Mhm.
But yeah, anyway, back to Garfield. Yeah, I don't know where they got Garfield from. I mean, besides the fact that the license was probably cheap.
Do they have the Garfield show on that or Cartoon Network?
That was on, or that was like an imported show, I believe. I actually
Okay.
looked it up, and it was like a show that I think it was like a French show or something that was like all
Oh,
that
okay.
like came to Cartoon Network.
Okay.
But yeah, like yeah, I looked it
Okay.
up, and it's like yeah, Garfield was never like I don't think it ever had a show on like on Nickelodeon. So it's
That's so
like
random.
it's such a weird thing. It's like why is this here? But I
I'm
mean,
glad it's here, but I mean, like,
I'm happy Garfield's there,
probably
like,
more intrigued
to
to buy
have
it.
him in a fighting game, like, where's my lasagna?
Yeah.
But, like, it's a very, very interesting choice
Yeah.
for first DLC.
Yeah, I must say I totally agree. I when you said that though, by the way, about how like Garfield wasn't in anything Nickelodeon, it's like I'm like I would think like I thought to myself like what, you're right. Like I don't like huh. It's like I just assumed oh he was probably in some sort of like show or whatever. I'm like no, he's not. He hasn't been in any of this
They're doing
before.
a Nintendo and bringing in third-party characters,
Yeah, they're starting. Yeah,
like
they're starting to
Smash.
do that. Um, I would like to have a Neutron being the game
Jimmy
soon.
Neutron, yes, please add Jimmy Neutron. Come on,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
he's like one. It's like one of the first like 3D like CGI like kid show like
mhm.
cartoons. So like to not have him in there is just kind of surprising. But
Yeah,
I'm assuming the reason like why he's not in there is like some sort of licensing issue, but I'm not exactly sure.
I'm wondering what it is. I know. at least I overheard from one of my friends talking about it very, quickly, but he was saying how like I believe there's like in the files they just have a bunch of like characters that are like locked characters or whatever that are, like in there or whatever. I think I heard that they're like they're
Is
ready, they're not
Garfield in
ready.
there?
I think Garfield's probably in there. It's just like, yeah, like it's like locked until like
Because that
later.
might be the leaked list.
Yeah, maybe because I assume they got it from the files because yeah,
Data mining.
but like I can't imagine they're going to go much longer without them, or without unless there's, yeah, like you said, some sort of contract issue, but but yeah,
But yeah, that's.
I played as Garfield. He was pretty good. I played with him today in that game, and yeah, he was pretty
Wait, is he
solid. I'd
free
say.
DLC or was
Oh,
he?
he's free. He's not a DLC, but he's
Uh,
like, yeah, just like an
are they
update.
adding DLC characters, or are they
They might down
like
the road.
like paid DLC? I mean,
Oh, maybe.
because
Um.
I actually like the funny thing is I don't even own this game, so it's like,
Oh yeah.
but I just found it funny that a week ago that they're adding Garfield.
Yeah. I
out of
mean,
every out of every potential character, it's Garfield.
yeah. I mean, I'm glad he's here, of course, but yeah, like it makes so much. It doesn't really make much sense in this in the terms of like Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Um. But I'm a little surprised though that the numbers have dropped in terms of like players and stuff in that game. Like even on Twitch, it's like really
I'm
low.
kind of not, because it's like I, I've like seen gameplay and stuff of it, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, the game looks okay, but it's like I don't think it's not like a fit. It should. I don't feel like the game should have been $50, in my personal opinion.
It's a little pricey, I'd
I
say.
feel I feel like I feel like $20 would have been a perfect price range for this game,
It's a
or
good
maybe
point.
maybe 30 at
I'd
most.
probably say more about 30, but I think I got it for like 40 because it was like a quick
Especially
little
since
deal.
there is no voice acting in this game at all.
That was, yeah. There is a mod though where you can have voice acting.
There's a mod that you can add voice acting back.
Yeah, that's like the only well-known mod though, because the community isn't really that big. Because
At least there is a mod that does
yeah,
that.
I think Warner Brothers is doing some sort of like fighting matchup thing like that, but like they're gonna have
Oh yeah,
voice acting.
with the I think it's like with DC and like all
Hmm.
their other IP stuff too. Like
And it's gonna be free
that
to
actually
play,
looks
I
sick.
think. Yeah, that'd
Um,
be fun. I'm sure.
yeah, DC fight. Yeah, I don't remember what it was called.
I think I heard it was gonna be free to play, which is like pretty exciting. And voice acting, so like a bit better. But like all the hype earlier from All Stars Brawl from Nickelodeon, I was just like, oh, it's gotta be like really good. It's like it is a fun game. I will say, a little pricey where it's at. I did get a discount for to make it $40, but I was a little surprised, a little expensive still. But
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where it's a lot more fun with friends, like Garfield Kart, Furious Racing. It was a lot more fun with friends.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, I don't know. I guess this is how it is with some of these games. But yeah.
Dude, I didn't realize. I forgot they were putting Shaggy in this. Sorry to kind
Oh,
of
they are.
derail, but like,
Oh,
yeah, they're putting Shaggy in because
hey,
I believe Warner Bros has like the Scooby Doo license as well.
I see. Well,
So
I mean,
I guess Shaggy is like a confirmed character.
that's awesome.
That's really cool.
People are gonna love that, I'm sure.
Dude, I am going to I will play this game.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean, even if it is free to play, like that makes it much more interesting, like much more easier to play. But like even without it, like maybe I would have. I guess it depends on the
Yes,
price, obviously, but I think I would definitely play it.
such a mix of such a mix of characters, because you got like Cartoon Network in here, you got
Oh
DC,
wow.
you got like Adult Swim,
Hey,
uh you got Lord of the Rings even.
really? I guess
Yeah,
it's
apparently Gandalf's here.
well, that's OP, Well, I mean, I guess he is against Shaggy. I mean,
I still
Shaggy
need to
and the
watch Lord of
memes.
the Rings.
Me too, honestly. I haven't watched them yet.
Yeah, yeah, I'm probably gonna give them a watch sometime soon, but please don't spoil Lord of the Rings in the comments.
I don't think we'll.
Uh,
I don't think we'll get that kind of interaction with that. But
but yeah,
But it's really fun. That's what I like about like fighter games like that, where it's like they make it a very unique list of characters. Like it's much more exciting when you have such a unique combination of fighters like that. So maybe they'll make it more accessible to more hype maybe for it. I'm not too sure. Or maybe after All Stars Brawl for
It's
Nickelodeon.
literally HBO Max Fighters.
Yeah, I guess that when you put it that way, I guess yeah. See, how long have you been streaming?
I mean, but yeah, that one, like, I'm actually but yeah, that one I am kind of hyped for. So
yeah,
I'll probably play that at some, like, whenever that comes out. I think it's like next year. It's like it was advertised to release or something.
Yeah,
but I don't think there's any like trailers or anything out yet.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get Nickelodeon All Stars when it goes on a good sale.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm sure it'll be on sale during the winter sale for Steam. That's usually when I pick up my games for that go on sale and whatnot. So it should be kind of pretty much pretty fun, I'd say. Pretty good time there. But how long have we been going on for here? It's about, I'm guessing, an hour.
We have been going for about an hour and a half almost.
Nice. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
I do have one thing. It's not really a topic, but like it is kind of more of an announcement. Like, I don't know if it's going to be before the next podcast episode or whatever, but we should be doing the third charity stream next week.
Ooh, good point. Good point.
I believe there are plans to do that. So
that is right. That's correct.
If you want to stop on by and donate some money for charity, like, we probably will both be streaming that. I'm not sure, but like, we'll hope. The thought is to do that next week, but I mean, obviously, we'll probably make it more specific later on because there are no official announcements otherwise yet.
Yeah.
So
that's right. The proceeds go to the Boston Children's Hospital.
It is coming soon.
Coming soon. Yep. I'm looking for. I mean, I expect sometime next week will be kind of. I'd say it'll
I'll be finally off for winter break.
Yeah, as long as once you're finally free, because now that I'm free with school, I'm spending a lot more time doing content creation and whatnot. That's why we've got the podcast back and everything now too, which is great. Back from like 2 weeks or whatever it's been. I'm trying to be more consistent. We'll try to do this like maybe a weekly thing, weekly or bi-weekly. We'll have to make an official announcement.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out based on availability. But I would be okay with doing it weekly. We just need to figure out like stuff to talk about. But I mean, that's fine with me. Like,
that sounds great with me too. That sounds like a lot of fun.
We could do weekly for a while, and then we could, if we run out, if we have to be a little more inconsistent, we could just go to bi-weekly.
Yeah,
Dude, this is episode 4, man. Things are gonna change.
I feel like it's been a lot more than 4 episodes, but but the pilot episode is.
You're right. It's been 5 episodes.
Yes, with the pilot episode, yes. But I was telling you though, I'm like, oh man, I want to make a lot of changes, but it's like, it's. I don't know, with the consistency, professionalism, and it's been 4 episodes. It's like, it's bound to make some changes.
It's been 4 real episodes.
Yeah, 5 overall, 4 real official ones. But I know since you are
we're growing in 4 official ones. I'm already in half the episodes, so let's go.
Hey, there we go. That's pretty hype actually. Didn't even think about it like that. Yeah. But now that you are the co-host, would you like to provide a top tier outro for us?
All right, here we go. All right,
so here we go.
All right, thank you everyone for watching the podcast or listening to the podcast technically on either YouTube or Spotify, where we are currently available. If you want to subscribe to either of them, it is currently on the Milderwater YouTube channel or
and it's free
Spotify page known as the Running Water Podcast. This has been a very botched outro, but I mean, it will hopefully get better in the weeks to come. So
I think it's pretty good.
but yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I need to advertise. Actually, yes, there is. If you want to follow either of us on Twitch, we're at Milderwater or bleu_mouse, which is BLEU_MOUSE.
The fancy
And
way.
for Milderwater, it's MILDERWATER.